Isn't it ironic that an 18-year-old girl diagnosed with both selective mutism and Asperger's would be the one leading the charge against climate change? Greta Thunberg is a Swedish activist who, at 15, became known throughout the world for her involvement in a series of protests for action against climate change. Because of her disorder, she has the ability to see things for how they are and comment honestly. Her blunt attitude has caused her criticism, to which she responded by saying, "I don't care about being popular. I care about climate justice and the living planet." As a young child, she became depressed because of a feeling of hopelessness due to the complacency of leaders against these issues. She made changes in her own life, such as becoming vegan, traveling by boat instead of airplane, and starting a series of impactful protests. Her relevance in the world includes giving a voice to the youth, proving that hardships like depression can make us even stronger, and showing that even the smallest bits of change can help our world to become healthier. I chose Greta Thunberg because she has inspired me to take action in my own life and to bring the impending issue of climate change to light. In 2019, she was asked to deliver a speech at the United Nations Climate Action Summit. "My message is that we will be watching you. This is all wrong. I should not be up here. I should be back at school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and childhood with your empty words, and yet I am one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you are doing enough, when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? You say you hear us and understand the urgency. However, no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe. The popular idea of cutting our emissions in half in 10 years only gives us a 50% chance of staying below 1.5 degrees Celsius, and the risk of setting off irreversible chain reactions beyond human control. 50% may be acceptable to you. However, those numbers do not include tipping points, most feedback loops, additional warming hidden by toxic air pollutions, or the aspects of equity and climate justice. They also rely on my generation sucking hundreds of billions of your CO2 out of the air with technologies that barely exist. So a 50% risk is simply not acceptable to us, we who have to live with the consequences. To have a 67% chance of staying below a 1.5 degree global temperature rise, the best odds given by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. The world had 420 gigatons of CO2 left to emit on January 1st, 2018. Now, that figure is already down to less than 350 gigatons. How dare you pretend that this can be solved with just business as usual and some technical solutions? With today's emission levels, that remaining CO2 budget will be gone within less than 8.5 years. There will not be any solutions or plans presented in line with these figures here today, because these numbers are too uncomfortable. And you are still not mature enough to tell it like it is. You are failing us. But the young people are starting to understand your betrayal. The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say, we will never forgive you. We will not let you get away with this. Right here, right now, is where we draw the line. The world is waking up, and change is coming, whether you like it or not. Thank you.